Now, how does a 2D platformer from 1994 tell a story so coherent it's understood by everyone, so iconic it's known by the entire fanbase, using the environments, gameplay, zero dialogue, and Knuckles? Immediately get rewarded for playing the previous game. You got your little friend and the plane he saved you on. You're also super, meaning you still have those 7 emeralds you collected, establishing continuity. But wait, what if this is your first Sonic game? That's okay. Boom, red guy, knocks the yellow out of you. Shiny rocks pop out. He probably made you yellow. Red grabs the shiny rocks, runs away. Follow him, get your shit back. Boom, context clues, mother. Right, time out. Let me slow down a bit. The story of Sonic 3 is nothing extraordinary, but the way it goes about telling the story is. From the ridiculous amount of attention to detail to how much mileage a player gets from actually playing the game and paying attention. Like, yeah, I was kinda messing around with the opening, but it's genuinely a great scene that showcases everything you need to know. And the level that follows only expands on that. The setting and world building for what is essentially the main character of this game. The world building is so goddamn clean in this thing. You literally just walk around the island in this organic and immersive ass environment that don't even look like video game stages. The springs are all well hidden, there's barely any boosters if any. The whole place just looks so real and lived in, and it makes sure you know that by making you explore the island. If you missed the first big tourist, the game actually launches you into this one like,
listen here, you little shit. I have all these secrets hidden away for you to find, and you will find them whether you like it or not, you son of a bitch.
So, you know how in Sonic 2 the whole vibe is just go fast? Just go fast, just run. Just run, what are you doing stopping? Just go fast. Just go fast. Well, that's because it was made with Sonic in mind, who goes fast. Now over here, Sonic 3's level design is very aware of the fact that you can traverse the game however you want. So it's made with that in mind, emphasizing each character's abilities, including my boy, Knuckles. See, this is actually a little Easter egg. If you look at the title screen, blink and you miss it. There it is. It says Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles. You can play as him. This is such a dumb joke. Where am I going with this? And his playthroughs fucking sick, by the way. It's like the first DLC in gaming. That's not true. Everything you did with Sonic is still in effect, down to the smallest details. It is nuts. In Sonic 3 Air, they even start you with this big blue sky, contrasting Sonic's almost claustrophobic setting. You know, it gives you the sense of freedom, feeling right at home, which is kind of the whole theme with Knuckles. If it wasn't obvious by him just being a little asshole throughout Sonic's playthrough, this is his house. He knows this entire place in and out. It's even further emphasized by his climbing, which is slow by design. Knuckles isn't about speed as much as he's about exploring and finding your way through segments specifically designed for him and what he can do, which would eventually grow into treasure hunting. Environmental elements also play a huge part in pushing the narrative. Like, you go through the whole game and it's all natural environments for the most part, then boom, fucking launch base with these yellows and purples sticking out the nature you've been used to, and all this machinery that resemble Eggman's previous bases, basically telling you like, hey yo, the more you go forward, the worse this is gonna get if you don't stop it, which the game doubles down on inside the Death Egg, a place devoid of all color and life whatsoever. Even the badniks are fun. It's like fucking Dark Souls, I swear to God. This whole Eggman brings destruction wherever he goes motif is foreshadowed even before you leave the first zone. The game puts you in this beautiful and mystical island just to burn it in front of you. Robots, flamethrowers, airships, motherfuckers not kidding around. And this isn't just experience in a cutscene or whatever, you actually get to play and actively take part in these events and experience them as they're happening. You get to see and fight Eggman's armada as it's invading and burning down the forest. You don't want to burn down the forest, what's wrong with you? By involving you in everything, it gives you personal stake. It gives you engagement to want to keep going and see what's going on with the island. Like, shit, I'm in too deep now, gotta do something. Snowboarding down the mountains to emphasize the snow, exploring ancient pyramids full of traps and secrets. There is nothing in this game that isn't intuitive. Except maybe the barrel, but we don't talk about the barrel. But all of that don't even matter. Everything I've said so far is nothing compared to the best addition this game has. Something so small but so important. Something that the future games tried to recreate but couldn't do it the same way. The glue that keeps everything together. little over dramatic, maybe, but listen, it ain't for nothing. These give you such a clear understanding of how the island is laid out, with every single level fitting and making complete sense, except maybe Carnival Night Zone. Small details like the snow at the beginning of launch base, or it getting dark around Marble Garden and Morning by Ice Cap, showing actual progress through the passage of time and making this adventure as coherent as possible, instead of,
oh, you're done with the underwater Aztec ruins? Sick, here's a city.
The transitions are also elevated by how the characters react to them. Knuckles just jumps from place to place because he knows the island, while Sonic is always being thrown around. Until the second part of the game, where he's more familiar with the place and gets the drop on Knuckles, and gets a small taste of his knowledge of the island. You get to see some hidden history, it's great. It keeps you guessing on a civilization that once lived here. You know, the underground city, the ancient ruins, the red guy. You know, what's his deal? What is he doing?
Oh, no.
Without over-explaining anything, the game gives you information piece by piece and lets your minds wander off. By the end of it, you don't know everything. You're not supposed to know everything. It hammers home this idea of venturing to this mysterious floating island. And every single one of these aspects come together to form one of the most well-realized and beloved locations in all of the Sonic mythos. I love this place so goddamn much. Sonic games are at their best when they're putting Sonic's speed into the context of the level. You know, running away from the cops, running through Eggman Land, running out of ideas. But if you want to go above and beyond, if you want to be really cool with it, you'll implement this whole running thing throughout the entire game. And that's exactly what Sonic 3 does. Because Sonic 3 is a long game of tag. Like, yeah, you're still saving little animals like you've done before, but that's just a side thing now. You're not running to do that. Now you have a very specific goal you're shooting for. And it's not obvious at first, but the more you play, the more pronounced it gets. Catch Eggman. Or more specifically, the Death Egg. See, this whole time I've been talking about Angel Island and how well it works well. The Death Egg is the same thing, but the complete polar opposite. There is no sense of wonder or mystery with this thing. You know exactly what it is, exactly what it's for, and exactly what it represents. The first time you see it, it feels like a reveal. You pop out like, holy shit, it didn't blow up. It crashed here. And it's about to take off. And right at that moment, you know why he's here, and you know that you can't let him leave. You gotta do it again. The midpoint of the game starts and ends with the Death Egg. It's not subtle anymore, it's very fucking obvious what your goal is. Because of how Sonic 3 is structured, a lot of the motifs in the first half repeat themselves in the second half. The first stage is this beautiful grassy area that gets progressively more ruined the more you go through it. There's the mysterious ruins from the ancient civilization in the middle, and the home stretch to catch the Death Egg in the climax. Just in the background, looking at you with its dumbass face, all stuck and shit. Wait. It's stuck. Can I get on it? Motherfucker, took off. God damn it, it's too late. God shit, if only you knew someone could get you to it. Hey, it's my boy. Everyone's always talking shit about this fight. Like how disappointing it is for how much they built up Knuckles. And I'm like, is it? Though the fight technically doesn't even conclude. It gets interrupted by Eggman stealing the Master Emerald, at which point Knuckles realizes that he fucked up. He's the biggest victim in all this. All he wanted to do was protect his home, and now he might be the reason it gets destroyed. This is Knuckles, the guy that's been ahead of you around every corner since you got here, at his lowest point. What purpose would it serve to kick his ass while he's down? You're not here to fight him, that's not the point. That's what this whole scene does, it reestablishes all the dynamics in the game. Their camaraderie is even showcased by Sonic finally benefiting from Knuckles' knowledge of the island instead of getting hurt by it. No time for hugs and kisses though. Eggman has the emerald, and he's booking it to the Death Egg. You've been playing cat and mouse since the very beginning. It's been staring at you, right in your face, and now is finally within reach. This is it. The home stretch. It's desperate now. It's showing. It's throwing everything he's got at you as a last-ditch effort to escape. As the entire place is falling apart, pushing you closer and closer to your goal. could go on. I could go on about the desperate struggle of getting the emerald back, or the subtle musical shifts in the soundtrack, but I think you get the point. Sonic 2 might have better pacing, better level design, might even be a better game, but by challenging the notion that this franchise is nothing but a blue hedgehog jumping on robots, Sonic 3 paved the way for some of the best experiences that any Sonic fan has had.